Mic check 1 2. It's the Y2K collector. And first off, I want to say condolences to anyone who's lost a family member during these crazy storms that we've been having over the past couple days. I didn't realize how bad it was until I was watching the news and I saw that a lot of or a few of these southern states got destroyed by some of these tornadoes and storms. So condolences to you all, prayers for you all. Hopefully you all are, you know, making a way out of there. Hopefully you're able to salvage as much of your items as you can, and you're able to recover. Really, that's just prayers for a speedy and solid recovery down there. I know one of my subscribers had mentioned that they were staying in and they were going to be gaming pretty much all day yesterday, waiting for the storms to pass. And it looks like some of the aftermath of those storms are going to be making their way up to the northeast. So, which means pretty much for us here in the Northeast, if you're in the Northeast today, you're probably getting a lot of fog, a lot of mist, a lot of rain. It's just a really, really ugly day. And these are usually the Sundays that are the best for gaming. Just staying indoors if you can, avoiding going outside, and just really doing some gaming at home, regardless of what you decide to play. Hopefully you can get some good gaming in. It's the first day of the second half of the month. I don't know why March always feels like an extremely long month to me, but it just always has. And today starts the second half of the month. Now, right up until a few days ago, this month was a really slow month. I really didn't have many pickups. I had about 6 or 7 pickups, but I've really been able to turn it around with the strong game hunting day that I had yesterday. Was able to pick up a whole stack of GameCube games, some PS3, and I've actually separated this month's pickups between pretty much the games that are 50 and up versus the games that are 40 and under, I would say. Just so that anyone who follows the channel, you can see that there's a good mix of games out there. You can find solid, heavy-hitting banger titles, but you can also find some really great common titles as well. And I really should have put this 007 on this side because that 007 is actually sealed, which I didn't realize a sealed copy of 007 price charts for $110. Didn't know that, but I guess that's what it price charts for. But just some really good titles here that you could see. Some really heavy hitting titles on this end, Metal Storm, Felix the Cat, some really rare stuff. These two are really rare. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, that's a pretty heavy one. Silent Hill Downpour, Skies of Arcadia Legends, another heavy hitter. And then obviously the heaviest of them all being Popful Mail. So, for me, the second half of the month is going to be about not going crazy, not really going crazy. I feel good with where I'm at so far this month. I'll be quite honest, there's a few games that I have in here that will probably become trade bait. They probably will become trade bait for some deals that I do in the future. And I only say that because, I probably spent around $240 yesterday in GameStop pickups, but the value of those games was actually a good amount higher. So I'll be able to keep a lot of what I picked up from GameStop, hopefully for either free or next to nothing. That's what I'm hoping to be able to do. I'm hoping to be able to keep a lot of the pickups that I actually wanted for free or at a very low price point, and do a little bit more retro hunting. So the plan for today, and you'll be shocked because I know I just said that today is a really good day for you to just stay inside and do some get some game playing in. But to be quite honest, what I typically like to do, I actually like to game hunt on really nasty weather days, just because part of me knows that most people will probably just rather stay inside when the weather's nasty. So I kind of try and take advantage of like the low traffic. Usually people are indoors, so traffic isn't as bad. I live in a high traffic part of the country. There's always traffic everywhere, parking issues everywhere. So usually on a day like today, if the weather's not that good, I mean, it's not like dangerously bad. It's like if it was a tornado outside, I'd definitely stay inside. But if it's just really misty and foggy and muggy and rainy, I'll try to take advantage and see if I can do any more game hunting. So I may try to do a little bit today as I'm out and about running some errands. There is a GameStop near me that I reached out to, and they said that they just got in a bunch of Super Nintendo games. So I'm gonna see if they have anything worthwhile, and then kind of go from there. If they do wind up having a bunch of stuff that kind of just like outweighs some of what I have on this side, I'm not opposed to returning some of these games in exchange for better quality games that are probably either the same price or cheaper. I'm not super married to all of these games. Probably Aggressive Inline is one that I don't mind returning. And then I realized the other day, I can't remember which one of these Harvest Moon games, but one of these Harvest Moon games is actually missing the manual. So don't know if I'm going to keep that one either. But the SSX Tricky is going to stay with me. Bounty Hunter for sure is going to stay with me. On Tour is going to stay, pretty much everything else. So there are some games that I'm thinking about returning. I'm not sure. Going to do a little bit of a weeding process here in a little bit. But I really just want to see what that GameStop has to offer in terms of Super Nintendo games, Sega Genesis games. I know this GameStop, they've had like a bunch of different things in the past. They're a little bit ways away from me, just going north. Sometimes you got to get outside the city to kind of find some deals sometimes. So we'll see if they've got more than just Super Nintendo. We'll see if they've got any PlayStation 1, some Dreamcast. With a lot of the GameStops in my city or in my tri-state area, with a lot of those GameStops being shut down, it's kind of condensing a lot of the retro stuff to the remaining stores. So even stores that don't do retro or aren't supposed to have retro, now they're having retro in their store. So, we'll see what happens there. And when it comes to the Switch pickups, there's really nothing in store that I want to buy. A lot of the Switch games that I want are games that I would have to order from targeted sites like Strictly Limited, Limited Run, or even Best Buy, because there are games that usually Best Buy has on their website that they don't carry in store. So there are some games that I'm looking at ordering from GameStop's website, not GameStop, sorry, online, basically from some of the online retailers. But if I'm in-store deals are really going to be more so what they have from a retro perspective, just because a lot of the Switch games that are in like most major retailers like Kmart, Walmart, Best Buy, not really my cup of tea. Luckily, I was able to find this copy of Celeste yesterday. This is my cup of tea. And I was even shocked that they still had this copy there, because I haven't seen a copy at any of my Best Buys for a while. That's why I picked this copy up. But this is kind of really the realm that I'm in these days. So we'll see what I'm able to pick up today. I'm gonna be working on a video for you guys this afternoon. Just gonna try to see if I can get some footage or get any footage of any type of game hunting that I do today. So I'll let you guys know what I find out in the wild, and I'll be back later on this afternoon. But that does it for me. It's the Y2K Collector. Be safe this morning, and enjoy any gaming that you do. I'll catch you in the next video. Take it easy.